counselors, they have their CAs to help you with registration and stuff.
Again, in a small scale, not very big. Yeah.
You have to change your game idea initially.
Yeah.
How much change do you have to make sure in the resources?
No, actually we knew this because we were part of that. We knew what a government is need, right? So we started off with it. And anyways, we never fancied blood as ourselves. So we always wanted to make something positive. So that kind of went with our flow. We just want to put that at point because people love blood.
We met few incubation centers yesterday in Bangalore, so it was a very mind-blowing experience to meet them because they tell you that this is crowded, this is crowded market, you should not be here, you should be somewhere else making a security like evacuation plan game but yeah, if you want incubation, make an evacuation, tell them you're making an evacuation plan game, now make it an RPG, after that nobody cares. Once you are funded by government, they only care completion of the project. That is what they want, a release, so that as an incubator they have a product in their portfolio is what they want.
I saw the art of your guys, and it's mostly oriented towards very Indian content.
Actually, the art we posted released was very Indian content. We did after that. Yeah, but there's a lot.
So this is not localized, or
I didn't get it.
This is not localized.
Actually, this is based on what theme. It's a theme-based thing. We are trying to promote a puppetry of different themes: Indian, European, Chinese. So they are in European, Chinese also, which we didn't release yet. We started with Indian, so we just went with that.
Incubation center is happy.
Yeah, incubation center was happy with Indian theme.
Congratulations, guys. We brought you to succeed. Who are success stories like you. What did you talk to any mentor networks, any experiences of that sort which you can share? Like there are some successful game companies, right? Did you get guidance, mentorship, support from them? How do you treat that network?
Yeah, actually that's why I didn't include that because I thought that may give a wrong message. But yeah, it's important if you can as a student do an internship somewhere. Because we did an internship as graphic programmers with Blue Giant Interactive, and Vinny, their CEO, he has been a very supporting hand throughout this venture, and we both were interns with him, and he's like if you can say, a professional mentor to us. Ravi Kiran is a professional mentor to us, and so yeah, but then those mentorship organizations which you're talking about, we haven't been in touch with.
We didn't find any game-related mentorship exactly, so we had to go to organizations who are dealing with games because the business is completely different, right? So in IT, you have a product, you can just scale it in 18 months. It's not the same with game. Your game has to be good to scale it up.
What kind of share equities do incubators? What kind of share equity do they ask for?
6 to 12.
It depends on the investment again. Some incubate, some invest around 50 lakhs. The obviously would take more, and it will depend on your experience also. What is your company evaluation? So a little bit of business might help here actually. Business meetings, yeah.
Why games?
Okay.
Maybe very started off like things have been there.
I don't know. We had like passion towards games in the first year. I just met her in first year. She was like, yeah, that's good. We were like doing it since then. We never looked back. So.
For me, it was more of a amalgamation of creative and tech side. It helps. I mean, doing programming for something which is coming alive was very exciting. Like in my first year, I was more into web development. I did a lot of web work in my first year of engineering. But once I got hooked up to games, it was never a coming back thing. So it was more fun in developing that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Ravi here.
He's Ravi. He has been helping us a lot since
more than that, I think a lot of you guys have questions around incubation and things like that, right? I'm from IIIT Hyderabad and alumni. IIIT Hyderabad has some very distinctive gaming-related aspects. For example, we can work on paid source code when we are doing a second-year project itself. So the professors there are internationally reputed and they do know what graphics is, from raster graphics and programming basics to all the way how to publish games. They probably know CEO of EA and things like that. Okay. So that's how the IIIT incubation cell, its foray into gaming is also an awesome thing. There are around 6 of us have been in gaming industry since 5-6 years full time now. There are a couple of seniors of mine who are there since 9 years in gaming industry. Some of them are probably India's best game developers and stuff. So all of us together, we put forward a proposal to our college saying, hey, since you incubate so many other companies, why don't you incubate gaming companies as well? So government of Andhra Pradesh has supported us, DSP, DIP, all of these, I think Shruti will also. So it's about starting, okay, not just starting a company making money alone, but starting this process. Now there are more than 60 students who take gaming courses. I teach in IIT myself, so all 6 of us who are alumni, we teach classes, okay, and I think it's about this change. It's too early probably. It's good that there's so many indie guys, probably 100 indie companies in India which will make games. Hopefully all of you will be successful. But more than that, if there are 1,000 indie companies, all these colleges which have graphic programs, which have programming courses, they can also look at gaming as a career option. So that's the state which government is looking at, okay. So they're setting up incubation cells for that, okay. And there's a difference between starting off after you have finished your college and starting off when you're in college, okay. Government supports you a lot more when you're in college, especially professors. They give you credits for doing your college program or this project, which is your own personal project, but they still give you credits. And probably you'll all pass with A grades if you do a good job at it, right? So government is really supportive, okay. They don't necessarily need these 4%, 6%, 12%. If your idea is so awesome and it will make a difference, they'll probably take 0%, they'll give you that money for free. Okay, I know instances where that has happened. More than that, if you are looking at it as a business, they'll help you with the legal part of it, they'll help you set up your office, they'll tell you if you need a six system space, what kind of money you might be needing, they'll put these into calculations. That's the stake they're taking. They're not just taking stake for, let's say, giving you 10 lakhs or 25 lakhs or whatever. They're also taking a little stake because they're providing those infrastructure pieces for you. Then they'll also help you with the necessary equipment. For example, GameHub has probably one of the best state-of-the-art facilities being set up in Hyderabad. Okay, so if you wanted motion capture to do your animation, avatar step, okay, they'll definitely help you, but it's going to be costly, and that's going to be costly in your equity. Or if you're doing it for a social cost, probably they're not asking for equity. So keeping legal things aside, I think incubation cells are doing a great job. Okay, people like me are just trying to teach or help because we're already from the industry. We know how exciting it is to be in the industry. Okay, and if any of you guys ever think that, hey, okay, it's money that's stopping me and it's little money, incubation cells are a very good way to approach.
Thank you so much. It was a great talk, and I think an eye-opener for most of us. Without any further delay, I'd like to invite Siddharth and Sangram to start their session on iGames View.
We had a great session this morning. Still low? Okay. I firstly saw how to design a game. Okay, then step 10 and show you how to start a company and get funding for it also. And now hopefully we'll actually teach you how to market your apps on the App Store. So it's a marketing slide. It's a marketing presentation. There might be some acronyms or jargons that you put in. Okay, so if you don't understand, don't bother us. Obviously, we're just joking. So we actually have tried to make it as simple as possible. So that the idea is to communicate what marketing is all about and how to market your products. So I'm Siddharth Shekhar. I'm the lead game developer at Modern Games. I'm with Sangram Patil. Okay, he's the marketing manager at Modern Games, and he manages IGV. Okay, so let's start. So initially, when Modern Games started about 2 years ago, we didn't know anything about the App Store, honestly. So, but now we've been at it for 2 years now. So we would like to share some data with you regarding the App Store. So there are about 7 lakh apps right now, okay, on the App Store. and out of which really like 2 lakhs of them are games. Okay, followed by education apps, okay, which are about 9%, and entertainment apps, which is another 9%. So you can see that like around about under 40%, okay, you have main 3 categories which have pretty much taken up the whole market almost. So, oh yeah, there was an interesting that article that I read. It just says that 80% of the apps that are being made are actually made by indie developers. Okay, so so only few get to see the limelight. So that's something that you have to think about. And I mean, so publishers are about 1.75 lakhs. So that is the competition. Okay, you have 4 million App Store users and 30 billion downloads. So even if you can get like 0.01% of any of those numbers, I think we should be pretty good, but it's pretty hard. We have about 20,000 app submissions like per month, out of which 4K is actually just games. So we can see the amount of competition that we have in games. So we have to like compete with the guys that are already there, making games, and also like other apps out there. And in terms of pricing, I mean, obviously the bigger guys, they price their apps, they can price whatever they want, from $8 to like probably $100, and people buy it because they have the brand and they have the following. But like indie developers, what are you supposed to do? Okay, even if you want to charge $3, we can't, because there are other guys out there, making similar kind of apps, in the same category, and they charge like 99. So we have to charge our apps at 99. So 45% of the games are free on the App Store, and 38% are actually under $1. Okay, so at 88% games are downloaded, and that are downloaded actually just free games. So I mean, you can see the amount of competition that is actually out there. It's a good thing that we didn't look for data and stuff when we started, because I'm pretty sure that if we had looked at it, we would have taken the plunge. Okay, so anyway, so when we started, the first thing that came to our mind is like, how do we get visibility? So visibility increases, people get to see our games more and they download more. Okay, so this is what we thought. Like if we can get our games into the feature listings, the top 20 list, or even the top 100 of any of these categories, like say action, strategy, free paid, or grossing. Okay, we will be like, now good to go. So, but obviously it wasn't the case. I mean, it was good, but it was not exactly like what we expected. So, so the learning that we really had out of that is that when it comes to games, we have to come up with like unique concepts, and then also like unique revenue models. Like in terms of games, like you have to have like what do you call that? A unique like sustainable concept that can actually extend over a period of time. Like you have Angry Birds. You have Angry Birds and you have Angry Birds Space. How many of you are actually developers here? Have you? There's actually a site called Emmanuel of Emmanuel is actually a blog. So where he actually has taught how to develop Angry Birds type game, and also an Angry Birds Space type of game on Flash. Have any of you gone through it at all? You have gone through it. So I mean, if you see the difference in the code between like Angry Birds and Angry Birds Space, it's really not all that much. And look at the amount of money these guys are making. It's not even funny actually. So and that will actually help you extend your revenue model also. So we discovered the freemium model now, which is actually turning out to be a really successful way to market your product also. So we make high quality games with like big scope, and target the soft audience, the casual games with more depth, like I said, like Angry Birds. I mean, we did some research to find out that why is it that we were not getting any visibility in the featured list. So here are some points that we jotted down. Games with which Apple actually likes. So I mean, if Apple actually likes, they'll actually put it up, and they have these reviewers, right? So if the reviewers like the games, they'll actually put it up. But that actually needs some push from our side, and only then we go to the reviewers. Otherwise, that won't happen. You got to have like quality games with like better reviews. So primarily you got to have like a better product, fundamentally better product. We also found out that action and strategy games are actually the most like preferred categories, okay, of games. So if you make your games cater to these two categories, okay, only probably then you'll be able to get more visibility. Games which sell their devices, okay, like I attended a workshop for yesterday, and they're talking about like, okay, if you like, our product has an accelerometer. If you're able to make a game or an app which actually uses the accelerometer, we'll have to promote your product. So we said, okay, fine. So that's another thing. And then, okay, we have reliable developers and publishers. Okay, Angry Birds, obviously. Next time, okay, Angry Birds are reviewed, in fact, okay. Comes up with another app. Obviously, okay, Apple will have all their ears up and say, okay, you know what, these guys are coming out with, their second app, so let's just get them on board. Or suppose you have like a publisher packet, like Epic, actually a backup chair, okay, for that game. Infinity Blade. So I mean, you need really that kind of push. Like, only because of that we're able to get to the features list. And finally, in fact, one of the major things, okay, that is really in your hand is your product. Now we would like to talk about the buyer behavior. Does anyone know about the buyer's behavior? Okay, in the App Store. No? Yeah. Okay, there are really like two types of buyers. Okay, one you have the casual buyers or the browsers really, and there are the second kind, okay, which actually are the solution seekers. Okay, the first guys, okay, they are just sitting, waiting for the bus or waiting for a train or waiting for the girlfriend. Okay, I don't know why they're always late anyway. But the thing is, like, okay, they're just browsing just to kill time. So the first thing that they really, what is the first thing that they actually see? Sorry?
Companies
like what do they really see? In top three, what do they actually see? They actually see your icon. Right. So you gotta have, like, first of all, an awesome icon. Okay, then a name. Okay, a short, cool, okay, a cool name. Okay, so that you get the click. So once they click on it, okay, they actually don't even go through the description. They just go through the photographs or the screenshots. Okay, so the design. So make sure that you have a good artist. Okay, to actually make good icons and can make good design for them so that it's visually appealing. Okay, obviously you gotta have a very good description of your games also. Okay, that will actually have the second kind of buyer. Okay, because these guys actually they have a problem. Like in my case, okay, I want to lose my weight to like protein and afternoon. Okay, so I'll start saying, okay, I want to lose weight. So for like keyword searches, you need to have like better description. Okay, like which actually describes your game only, so that okay those keywords can be grabbed on and so by these ways, okay, you can have more visibility for a game. But even with that, we're able to get good numbers, but still we want to get better. So what do? Okay, all this time we will only be talking about the App Store. So let's go beyond the App Store. But obviously we're an indie company, okay? We don't want to spend a lot. So we looked at 3 ways to really promote a product. So not easy to leverage our platforms, okay? You need to be part of it for a long time. So yeah, patience, okay? You really need to have patience, and like you said, you need to really believe in yourself and your product, because it will take time. Okay, so we did try out press releases, okay, review sites, and news media. But then again, okay, this whole suppose if you have this big guy, okay, it's a singer, he comes in, okay, puts out a press review. Okay, who do you think the readers would read more? Would they read about you, your app, or would they read about Zynga? It's an obvious answer, okay, that we all know. So that's a problem, okay, that we faced. In fact, continue to face to some extent. Okay, so trailer and gameplay videos. So you can make your trailer and gameplay videos, but for that you need like even I can make a trailer, but it needs to be professional. Okay, you really need to like think a lot about what the viewers like, so that you can put only those things in the trailer. So that takes time and effort. okay, and Mac. From an indie development of developers, we really don't have like that luxury. Okay, so and social media, okay, like websites like okay, Facebook, YouTube, okay, Twitter, things like that also. Sorry. So like so even similarly, okay, like how many updates okay, would you be actually making okay, per day? Or even a week, maybe 1 or 2. So why would anybody, would actually come to your site and like, check you out on a regular basis if you're not making updates? And if you don't making updates, okay, they're not interested in you honestly. So that's another problem that we face. Okay, like even brand blogs, similar to your social media problem. Okay, websites, SEO activities. SEO activities, although it is good, but like maybe companies they even hire people so they can conduct these SEO activities and they themselves okay. I mean you really can't. I mean you can calculate return on investment, but I mean it's not really that much. Okay, and these agencies also like charge a lot of money. And so, but if you like sit down and okay, find out what are the keywords okay that is required so that you get yourself into Google or somebody searches. The chance is actually, honestly, okay, very less. So it's really a problem out there. So, but you can make free version it out. But pointing out to the first slide, okay, 88% of the games okay that are free. So now I don't think I have to say anything more about that. Cross promotion of your own game. When you have like one game, how can you cross promote? Right? So that was a major problem okay, that we faced. But now obviously we have like about 40 games out there. So we are able to leverage these places to actually promote our products.
How many of you actually use these techniques to promote your products? Is anyone here close to the marketing or business development? How many of you, did you try all these techniques?
We do all of this.
So how many, in terms of success, like how many downloads you got through these processes?
Roughly 20% for downloads happen with one day.
Are you sure? Those are new names in the market, those are well-known brand names.
They created a brand name and this one or two of them have touched 10 million downloads.
See, I'll give you a little bit insight. It's more about the money. Okay. Yes.
But I agree that.
Okay, I'm not saying that.
You're not saying that the business is not. I'm just saying that it's also required, right? So like somebody asked, so what do you do? Do you only cross promote or do you sell on the app store or do market? And we do everything. We have to do really everything.
Okay. If you see, if we do the comparison between indie developers and mainstream developers, okay, or big time publishers, if you see, both of them are actually doing all these activities. But who are getting the success? The people who has a good brand awareness. Okay, people is like if you see the gamers are looking for the information from this something is like okay, EA Sports is releasing this game or Chinga is releasing this game. They are not looking for this someone who is releasing who is not in the market for a long time, and they will be saying okay, they did one press release. Actually, how many websites are actually following those press releases? They don't go and pick those press releases and post on their websites. So that is the biggest challenge for the indie developers to get into the market. It's not easy. It's like they can do all this activity, but their reach will be very less because they have very less followers. Okay, if you see, go their Facebook, Twitter, YouTube account, they created all their own brand pages, but who are on those networks? Those are their friends only. But if you see big time developers, if you go their Facebook pages, YouTube followers and Twitter followers, you will see there is a huge amount of crowd following them. So for them, these activities are more easier to make it successful. But for indie developers, it is a bigger challenge for them. So for indie developers to make it work, there are other ways through which they can go, but those are the highly, it's like price models, okay, where you need to spend good amount of money to get into the visibility mode, where it is like you get ranked into the top 100 list in the App Store or get into the new and noteworthy section. Okay, that part you will accept. So obviously the next thing, okay, that we did is actually we did go about, okay, shell some money out. Okay, so we did contact the, the proper blog sites, okay, and we also contacted the PR agencies, and we also put it on the popular platforms like GIFAT, NGRA, okay, Offerwall, and okay, and other separate donors kind of platforms. But obviously, we obviously got some returns, but we wanted to go higher. Okay, but by this time, okay, we had already put a whole lot of money, okay, time, effort, and and manpower into it. Okay, and we are really stuck, okay, because of these big brands which are actually there, and also because of the competition. So we actually stepped back for a second and thought we need to do something different. Okay, because if we end up doing what others are doing, we won't be getting the kind of visibility that we actually need to push our companies forward. Push our companies forward. So that's when we thought about IGV. Okay, and Sangram will further talk about IGV.
We've seen lots of challenges for the individual developers or indie game developers in terms of getting visibility in the App Store and outside App Store in terms of reachability. Okay, reaching to the people is very difficult nowadays because there are so many people in the online space. They are doing lots of activities. They have money better, they have people, skill sets, they have patience to build their network. But that is not in case of the individual developers. And that is the point where they are lacking right now. They have innovative concepts, they have good ideas, they have ability to build the good games and publish it to the App Store, but they are not getting the visibility. If you see some good indie game developers games, they are really good. They are even competitive to the big time developers. They can compete. If you take the example of Angry Birds, okay, Angry Birds initially they are indie developers. They were not having any followers and all, but they came out with a good concept. The concept which is more like a casual game, but little bit more depth. Okay, depth which can engage their players. And in that process, they are able to build the fan followers. Coming to the iCanSwim platform is started initially 6 months back. Okay, where we just started with the YouTube activities. Okay, initially we started with the YouTube activities where it's we see people like to follow the platforms where they can get the good information. Okay, the information not from the indie developers where they have one Facebook page, okay, and they are making game once in a month or once in a 6 months, and their updates are running once in a month. Okay, if you see their plan page updates are once in a month or once in a 3 months. Okay, so no one likes to follow those kind of platforms. Now those kind of platforms, people want to go to the platforms where they get immediate information, up-to-date information, what is happening in the industry. That's why the platform like IGN, okay, that's why the platform like Plus Arcade are more successful because they are up-to-date, they are full of information, they are providing the quality content to the end users. And if you go and visit those platforms, you will see something new which will be interesting on those platforms. Okay, iCanSwim, when we started, is with only YouTube. Down the line, we expanded our reach through the various social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Then we started building our own website with good amount of content. Then we entered into the mobile application development specifically for such kind of contents. So, why mobile application is basically because it's easy to reach to the people on the mobile because they are actually the target audience. If you try to promote your content on the website, you may not get that kind of conversion, but through the mobile application and other means you can get the better conversion. So what we do, we build the interactive viral content based on the needs and desires of the gamers, developers and experts worldwide. We wish to provide a platform for all the stakeholders. Okay, we want to help the developers and gamers as well through the quality content. We want to help the indie developers where it's if they have quality games, they think it's like those games are worth to play, we are ready to promote them. Okay, it's not really limited to Zomato Games, though we started as a Zomato Games platform. We want all people to grow together. It's because it's more like the more people will be coming, the more it will be a popular. If you are limiting to your own platform, then it's quite difficult to reach to the people. Okay, so these are the various platforms till now we covered. We cover is like we have our own website. Okay, we are regularly improving that website. It is under, it's like you can say, it's like step of, it's like going to the further step where it is like lots of content is flowing in. Then we have mobile applications, it's like which are the development right now. Okay, with good amount of content. We have YouTube channel where it's like we have more than 2,500 followers, and every day we get around 40 to 50,000 views. So that kind of reach we are able to build on the YouTube channel. We have Facebook fan pages. Apart from our own fan pages, we have individual fan pages where we are regularly posting important content to the gamers. Okay, they are accessing that content. We have almost reach of 40 to 50,000 kind of impressions which we are taking every day on the Facebook. So that kind of reachability is already there. Twitter followers, if you see, we have 5 to 6 profile on the Twitter, and on which we are getting almost 6 to 7,000 followers. Okay, they are following our content. Also, it's not about the content which they are following, but also the kind of quality content which we are posting is getting spread virally. Because we are not promoting only our own content, but we are promoting the content of all the developers. The kind of quality of the content is very high. We present our content more in audio-visual format, okay, which is more acceptable by the gamers as well as all the people in the industry. We recently started with the printed press boards. Okay, there also we are getting very good response. Also, we do lots of activities in terms of social marketing as well as SEO related activities, where forums and blog submission as well as social bookmarking submissions to get the more searchability in the Google search engines and all. Till now, it's like we did some analysis and we come to know like there are thousands of websites, blogs and forums and news sites are actually already started using our content. Our content is getting spread virally. So it's like it is not limited to our own platforms, it is getting spread virally and it is already distributed into the most of the popular blog sites and forum sites. Okay, coming to the mobile applications, we started developing the mobile applications which covers the content areas like video guides for the game. We prefer, as I told you, we prefer present the content in more visual format. So we started building applications around that. So we have other applications for promo code distribution, then gamers guide where they can get all kind of information. Sorry, which can be included into top 200 listing. Then they can access the game cheats and solutions. They can access the information related to today's free games which are becoming free and which are more popular. We are also publishing information related to all time favorite games which are popular from long time, which are there in the market and people will like to play. We also put the information about the games of the week, and we are posting the information about the daily top 200. We are not just posting the information, but we are giving the complete insights about the game. How to play those games, what are the feature sets included in those games, okay, then how to do is in terms of where to start using that game, how to progress in that game. So all those kind of information we are trying to put in the audio-visual format. That's why the only reason where we are getting good response from the people. We got lots of applications. Every day we get requests from 10 to 15 indie developers. They are asking to promote their content on our platform. Also, we are getting requests from big-time developers also to promote their content on our platform. Okay, coming to the other area where we want to enter is to build the applications, framework and SDKs which can be helpful for the indie developers. Okay, which can be more interactive, which can be helpful for them to build their own network. If you see the features like leaderboard, achievement, social profile, then announcement and feature promotion, you can see lots of solutions around that. But if you see Game Center, if you see OpenPaint, which is right now GRE, okay, they give those kind of features, but they don't give the control on the network. You will not have any control on the network. They will give the way of interaction, but there is no actual control on that one. So we try to overcome those barriers. We want to build these solutions not only for us, but for other Indian developers also, which they can take the advantage, they can build their own network over there. Okay, what we have for the gamers is we want to be an exclusive source of the information with complete insights about the popular and upcoming games. We want to present the content in audio-visual format which gamers like to follow. We want to up-to-date with latest industry news and updates. And gamers, we want to provide the platform where gamers can actually express their views and opinions. They can directly get in touch with the indie developers. They can talk. They can tell them, okay, these are the things which they like. These are the things which they can expect from them. In terms of videos, we have right now developed videos. Almost we have more than 3,800 videos on the YouTube. Okay, and we are getting almost more than 40,000 views on that one every day. We have video content like official game trailers. We have gameplay videos and reviews. We have game cheats and walkthroughs. Then we do the video for the game's feature updates, as well as we post the videos for how to play those games, how to use the applications and all. So it is like we want to be a one place for the information, more in the audiovisual format. Okay, we do the listing in the, we have featured game showcase where we do the listing in the daily top 100 games of the week, all-time favorite games and top 10 games of interest. When we talk about top 10 interest, top 10 areas of the interest or top 10 games in the particular interest area, we see the list of categories in the App Store which are more directly, it's like we can see the action, arcade, okay, those kind of categories which are more generic. But when we see the people have their own interest. They want to know more about, okay, they want to see war games. Which are the top war games are there? Which are the top racing games are there? Which are the games which are belongs to the zombie category? Which are the games which are related to bird games? Which are the ice games? So those are more of interest area. Girls have different areas of interest, boys have different areas of interest. So those are the interest areas where people are actually searching for the content. So we are building the content around those interest areas. We just don't want to be limited to the App Store categories, and based on that we do the posting on our side platforms. So apart from that, we have game offers for the gamers. It's like we do the offer for today's free games, where we are approaching to the developers and we ask them to make their games free for a day. Okay, so they also can get benefited out of it, and our gamers can also get benefited out of it. Also, we help, we distribute our promo codes to the game promo codes to the players as well as we call it as the potential players who can give the better reviews out of it, as well as the reviewers. Actually, we are trying to reach to the lots of reviewers worldwide. Those are individual reviewers, those are the experts who want to participate on our platform. They want to give the experts' opinions on those games. So we are building the automated tool where there will be a proper distribution of promo codes. Where it's like if you go to the list of is like active gamers as well as if you go to the list of the reviewers. Also, we try to feature the price drops of the popular games, not each and every games. We identify the popular games which are getting price drops and we update those information to the end users. Okay, so how we can help to the indie developers? Okay, we are ready to help the indie developers on activity platform, but we have one conditions. We need to have good quality content. Okay, we want to present the content to the gamers which is worth to play. Okay, it should not be like a simple game, and it's like there are lots of issues in that game. There are lots of bugs. People are getting fed up because of some. It's like it's getting crashes. They are getting lots of advertisement on the same game, and it's a kind of disturbance elements. So we want to avoid such kind of issues while we are presenting the games to the end users. We want more of the quality contents. We will help them to reach to the millions of people to get the better exposure and visibility of their content. Okay, we'll help them to evolve their brand. Okay, we'll help them to increase their awareness about the brand, and that can inspire them more conversion for them. Also, we want to help them to present their content more in audiovisual format, the content which can give the better insight. Most of the indie developers are not in a position to develop the good content. In terms of, if you see, they don't have video editors to create the proper video content for them. They don't have content writers to write the proper reviews about their games or press releases. Also, they don't have any experts who can train them to distribute the content over the market. So we want to help them to give the complete summary, to present their information with complete insights about the games. Also, we can help them to list their games into our feature listings, which can be on website, YouTube channel, mobile applications, or game board frameworks like the leaderboard, frameworks for the achievements, frameworks for the notification or announcement, where they can reach to the direct audience. Okay, we already talked is like we have good number of followers on our social networking sites. Okay, who are actually the end users, who are the actual target audience. It's not like the indie developers, they build the platform on the social media sites and they have contact of their friends only. We are building here platforms which is followed by the gamers, okay, which are followed by the experts, which are followed by the influencers who like to talk about such kind of information. So we are ready to publish their information on our platforms. Okay, we are also interested in making video reviews and official game trailers for the indie developers, which they are not in a position to make it. Also, not only to make those content, but help publish those contents on our YouTube and mobile apps. We have just now started with some new activities for daily free games, okay, where developers can make the games free for a day. That concept is very familiar. You know the platform like FAAD or the platform of free game of the day, which is run by OpenFame, which is now part of the GRE. Okay, if you see, FAAD is a very popular platform. If you see, most of their games are in the top 200 listings. The moment they made the game in free game of the day, okay, on the first day itself we have seen this, like there is a movement which by which they are able to reach to the top 100 list. Also in that games you can see most of those games are there for 1 day, 2 days, max 5 days. Sometimes they are able to go for 1 month, not more than that. It's because of the quality of the games. So when we are talking, it's not only about the promoting your content, but the quality of the games. That's why we are able to promote the games of the indie developers which are more qualitative. Which just not with the maybe it's like simple game. When you talk about the simple game, I'll give the example is like Tetris, which is very simple to play game. Simple to play. It's like snake game, which is very simple, which is very standard. So I'm not talking about those kinds of games which will not be included on this platform. The games which are with more issues, which are very difficult to play. Okay. Those games should not be published onto our platform. People should not give the bad reviews on our platform. So we will try to scrutiny, we'll get them through the review process. We'll actually evaluate those games and then only will publish onto our platforms. Then we have already lots of followers through our applications and frameworks on the mobile devices itself. Okay, we have backed with our own company Bangalore, which has more than 30 million downloads and followers. Okay, we have helped them to push their content to our games and also. For developers, we provide the latest industry news, reports and updates, which is more like the aggregated source. We collect the information from various sources, we categorize them, we put them into one place, so they don't have to go and run everywhere to find the information. Other thing is like we also try to put the games onto cross-promotion platforms, okay, where we will build the network of the developers. We'll make sure that developers will interact with each other. They will try to promote their games on each other's games. Okay, it's like you can see the cross-promotion platforms like Chartboost. They help the developers to promote their games. Like if you have one game as a game, Zomato games, I have one game. I want to promote it on other gaming companies. Title is like titles. So they can help me to promote their games on their platform on two bases. Either based on the kind of, I can share the revenue with them, or they can ask me to pay certain amount of money based on cost per clicks or pay per downloads. Or we can do the cross promotion where we'll ask them, we'll deliver such amount, these amounts of downloads or these amounts of impressions, and in turn you deliver with this amount of downloads and impressions. So we'll try to build that kind of networks where actually developers will interact. Indie developers will interact with each other, they will do their own negotiations, and they will try to build their reachability through those platforms. Okay, this is all about the platform, how we can help the gamers and how we can help the developers. That's it.
And moreover, we are also trying to be a publishing platform. So not only the marketing, obviously use our expertise, in developing the games. Can you guys stand up? Okay, yeah. So we have our expert designers here. Like Rishi is a designer. Just being humble. Okay, Jawad. Okay, Joe's part of marketing, and we have developers are there. Diwakar, and then Karthik also. Okay, he's a very good designer. So you can use our expertise. Okay, basically I just saying, please use me. Okay, we just don't have the sticker on it. That's all. But please use our expertise. Okay, and try and help you out in whichever way we can. Okay, to develop and also market.
If you see, it's like Zomato Games has a team of almost 100+ people. Okay, which are we have artists, we have developers, we have game designers, we have testing team, okay, and we have marketing team of almost 20+ people. Okay, so we are working on each and every front. So we have a target to become a good publisher in at least in Indian market. So if any indie developers is open and try to approach us, we are welcoming them. It's like we provide all kind of inputs, we can provide all kind of guidance to enter into the market.
And really we do this market for close to 2 years now. Okay, so I mean, and we have, like I said, we spend enough time and also with a lot of fingers and cash and also. So if you can use our expertise in some way, would really appreciate it.
So your focus is on Indian users and developers?
It's not, the market is okay, majorly US, but okay. Like with the iOS platform, okay, the world is a market really.
So you spoke about the buying behavior at the App Store. So you said that there are two sets of people. One is the casual, one is the solution seeker.
Yeah.
What about the people? How the companies target the casuals, but what about the solution seekers? How do the companies try to target the solution seekers?
I just come over.
Spoke about that there are two sets of people at the App Store. One are the casual users, one are the solution seekers.
Yeah.
You spoke about how the company tackles the casual people, but then how does the company go about targeting the solution seekers?
Yes. Okay. I see the solution seeker. Okay, like I mentioned, they actually they just type in the keywords because they have the problem, so they know exactly what they're looking for. So they put it into the search. Okay, like this has a category and a subcategory in which we can search. So they will use certain keywords. Okay, they'll actually search. Like I said, okay, lose weight. So if your description somewhere says that okay, this app benefits.
In attach, we just say, okay, the benefit that I get, okay, like, the benefit that I get by using my app is, like you lose weight. Right. So it's all in the description. So the other guys, okay, they just look up pictures, okay, but these guys catch videos also. Okay. So it's not only okay that you should focus on pictures, you should also spend time on the description also. That's what I'm saying. Right? Any other questions? Everybody hungry? Yes. So, okay. Yes. Yeah.
What about your pricing structure for developers? What's it going to be?
For whom you are talking
For
about?
developers, what do they have to do to actually get on your platform?
Okay, in terms of pricing. For indie developers? Yeah. Okay, for indie developers, if you see a pricing range, in App Store we see there are 80% of applications priced as a free applications. Okay. Most of them is like because most of the people are now looking for the free content. Okay. There are the applications from the big time developers which are priced in the range of $4 to $8. Okay.
I understand your question. You are saying that to get on our platform?
Okay, on our platform.
Yeah, so right now, okay, it's really free. We provide the service for free.
Actually, that you are talking about the cost to get onto a platform. There are like different ways we can work on it. It's like if you are ready to help us in terms of building our network and all, okay, then we can have a low range of price for it. Okay. For the big time developers or the people which are belongs to the media companies and all, we have different type of price points. Here it is more is like we need to understand the capability of the individual developer, how much money they can spend over it. It's like we are here to help each other. Okay, so pricing model will vary. Okay, so initial objective for us to build a network rather than just looking at going up behind the prices and asking developers to pay more amount of money. If you have to post the press release on good press release sites, you have to pay $300. Okay, you have to make the pay good video for the game. You have to pay $500 to get published onto the major platforms. Okay, that is what the pricing range. That may not be in case of the Indian market. That may not be in case of IDFC platform. Okay, definitely if we see we have team of the 20 people, we have to pay their salaries. Okay, because we are investing time, we are investing the resources over there. So ultimately we look for the money, but it's not restricted again on that platform. Okay,
That is not be a hurdle here.
it will not be a hurdle. Okay, there will be definitely a cost factor because ultimately we are here to make money. Everyone wants to make money, so we want to keep it open, but it definitely will be low cost model.
So you spoke about the number of impressions you get through your promotion strategy.
Just 1 second. Can we break for lunch and then do this?
Yeah, what I do is okay, we'll put our email addresses. Okay.
You can contact us on info@idensu.com or you can follow us on idensu on Twitter as well as Facebook. Okay. If you have any questions, you can put it there. We'll be always ready to help you. Thanks for NASCOM for having us on.